Everybody, Dan the Wolfman, happy Thanksgiving to you. And if you're like me and you got a family that's mostly shitbags, good luck. Just deal with it and do the best that you can. Just hang in there like you proudly do every holidays. But I just want to talk about my YouTube channel. I don't know where it's going. Thank you for everyone that has built up. This has been my second channel to a big level. The first one got shut down at about 16K. We're at about 25K. Thank you to all of you. Just going to riff here. I hope that you've all gone into my playlist to see everything that I was able to offer. I basically try to offer all the knowledge that I have, mostly on martial arts, but also on 2A stuff that I think is highly, highly important. And, I hope you guys take some of my experience. I don't always go into, but the fact that I have some real world experience and stuff to heart. In my playlist, though, when I was more able-bodied, my legs, my knees have fallen to crap. I haven't been able to roll in about 2 months now, 2.5 months. I had my last good roll against a world champion black belt, and it was very back and forth, and I wish I had that on tape. And, that may be done for me or done for me for a while. I can still teach seminars if you're interested in seminars. Like I recently did a combatives and street jiu-jitsu seminar one day, and then a no-gi seminar the next day. Contact me, danthewolfman@hotmail.com. Basically, I'm starting a new life and getting older and having medical problems, even different ones than last year when I first started getting really bad and stuff like that. So, I got a lot going on. And above and beyond that, YouTube is demonetizing automatically at least 2 out of 3 of any 2A related content I put out. So, they started at the big channels and they're working their way down. And even if it's a revolver collection video, they, revolvers are evil now, because they don't even want us to have those or double-barreled shotguns or anything. And they're just kind of, playing along with the NWO Masters, which is them, so that's the way it is, and things are bad anyway. Because of a anti-freedom, anti-2A, anti-American bank that I used for years, I was starting to close accounts, and I closed my savings before my checking so things would handle, and I messed up, and my YouTube revenue was going to that savings account. So now I'm getting no payments whatsoever. I mean, it's sitting there in the Ethernet, but will I ever be able to access it? Probably not, because you can't get a hold of anyone at YouTube or Google. It'd be really nice if you could, so I can continue to pay my medications for residual income for the rest of my life. The tiny bit that it is very, very helpful. That basically was paying my meds. So anyone still halfway decent working at YouTube or Google or AdSense, it would be great if, you could be like, here you can put your new account information. I'm unable to do that, even though I have the password correctly to get into the account. They want me to verify with an over 10-year-old cell phone that obviously I don't have for someone like me that's lived in multiple states and countries and things like that. Obviously, I am who I am and can verify a number of ways. But that's the situation. So I'm not getting it anyway, and they're basically demonetizing 2A stuff, even for a smaller channel like myself. So I don't know what I'm able to provide. I will try to always provide what I can. I think I have done that over the years. If you haven't thoroughly gone over all my playlists, when I was more in my late 30s, 40, 41, 42, when I can put out a lot more content on all manner of self-defense, martial arts, various martial arts, blending things, making everything work. And you show some more appreciation by getting down there in the comments, which I get a lot of thumbs up, but not a lot of comments. I don't know why that is compared to other channels. It would be great if you showed some appreciation to me by, being in the comments, going through some playlists, letting them run, etc. I appreciate you being a subscriber or clicking on my video and commenting, liking, all that kind of stuff. If today's a rough day for you, like I said, just do your best and hang in there. You're not alone. There's a lot of people that really, I don't particularly like holidays. I'd rather stuff be open, that I wasn't having to go eat at a particular place and wait an hour and a half. I wish it is what it is. So we all have to make our own paths, and sometimes trust in the process, and hopefully end up in the right place. That's about all you can do. Try to live by the golden rule and not with brainwashed divisiveness, and so NWO can do what they're doing. So a big F you to them and those that take rights and freedom around the world, and especially here in the greatest country there's ever been, America, where people from all over the world would come to get equal opportunity and try to make a better life for themselves and their families. You really appreciate that when you're like me and you actually don't just listen to the MSN, and you've traveled and you've seen people with real problems, not billionaire basketball assholes that have 5,000 pairs of $300 shoes, but people that can't afford shoes or food for that matter. Which, speaking of food, hopefully you're aware that the world's going to descend into major starvation, even worse. And they're completely happy with that because, basically they want to depopulate the world. So I hope you realize that. And no, that's not crazy talk. That's if you actually look at things that they very much want that to do, and this has all been engineered, and more people are going to starve. And there's going to be food shortages. So hopefully you prepare as best you can for that. I can't really do a lot. I wish I knew how to garden, and you should become more self-sufficient. But certainly I would be more proactive with that if I had a family to take care of. If you can at least start a small garden and start growing your vegetables, you should. If you can learn how to hunt, you should. Though that will probably dry up pretty quickly. But it should. You should do these things. You should be more self-sufficient. It's backfired on them a bit with about 12 million more new gun owners, and tomorrow morning, Black Friday, hopefully that's 2 or 3 million more. And they will be coming for it and trying complete chaos, complete absolute 100% absolute control like they've done in other countries. But hopefully Wolverines can do what they have to do and can do. So, YouTube, be nice if you actually got in touch with this disabled person and paid me the money due to me for all the ad revenue you've gotten from my channel, so I could update my payment account and still get some residual income to pay for my meds. And if not, I don't know what I can provide anyway. I would like to put out some more 2A content. I do have one more big one that I haven't started yet that will be, coming. I can also and should schedule like the big Friday no-gi ones. Those are about to end, guys. If you look, I schedule out, and that's for you, not to bombard you, but so you know what's coming up, and so it's out there because I'm a busy, person with a life and problems like anybody else. I could put out all the videos that way, maybe for another couple months on the combative seminar. I would really appreciate it. These people are like, I followed you a long time. Well, have you bought my DVD? As of today, it's still 50% off. 4.5 hours. Everything my experience. 35 years of martial arts, 4 black belts, 20 years plus sparring the best MMA fighters, training with the best MMA and jiu-jitsu coaches around the world. If you really look at who I've trained with, there's reasons I can make stuff work that other people can. They're just jealous assholes. And no, I'm not bullying you. You suck and whatever. Like all the sucky fake YouTubers out there. But I don't package it all nicey, PC, haha for you. And it's okay to suck like other people, so I'm not as popular. But perhaps it will live on in the YouTube universe, and people will go, oh, let's look at, oh my god, this guy covered every single position of grappling and these big facets of MMA transitions, striking and takedowns, neo-striking, shifting combinations, calf kicks, knee kicks, how to use them, literally back in 2012, like years before anybody else was doing it. Maybe someday just a little recognition could come my way. But I am thankful for you, anybody that has supported me. I am thankful for any comment that's, not rude, down below. Um, so I could put out those combatives. I'm trying to decide how much more 2A I want to put out there because of, every illegal list that's being made with an agency that doesn't have rights to make laws, that shoots dogs and pregnant women, and, gives guns to cartels that have killed one of our own agents, including many Mexican law enforcement, as well, all those illegal, nasty, nasty effers. That also seems to be, they're the ones that also like to have a diddling of children. And not diddling and not child sex workers, but rape victims. Let's just call it what it is. It'd be great if people actually called that what it is. And it'd be great if soon these major companies and major CEOs around the world that have been involved in such nasty, nefarious, absolutely evil stuff, but we all know they're protected and they're the ones running the show. So, what can we do? I don't know. Maybe start speaking up a little bit. Some of us went dark and stayed quiet for about 6 months. But maybe it's time to start speaking up and saying enough is enough. Your complete 1984 takeover. We've seen what the people that stayed quiet, Australia and other countries. Should we give them 100% control, or can we at least fight that to an extent to keep just a little semblance of freedom and free will and control over our own bodies and our own lives? Just a little bit. Even though they're going to raise inflation on purpose so it crashes, so we become dependent on them in 6 months or more of dark times. So then everybody goes, well, we just have to accept things the way they are. I don't mean to depress anybody any further that, again, is having a hard day. Hang in there. You will be okay. You will get through it. Just try to be a good person and fight for freedom as best you can, even though now we have to be silenced because of the big tech moguls that absolutely don't give you enough about you or the little person. They care about profit margins. They don't care if people starve. They don't care what justifies cutting the insulin. So now parents have to go back to spending $350 a month versus the $50, $60. How does one even... But you won't hear that in the news. How would one possibly even justify that? They don't care about giving cancer patients their medicine or lupus patients like myself medicine. They don't care about that. But they want everybody to... When has that ever gone well? When has that ever gone well for anybody? Isn't that interesting? I mean, if these other things, why didn't they care? Do some critical thinking, people. And just do your best. Hang in there today. Microwave what you got to do. Get out to one of the few restaurants that are open. I'm probably going to go to Cracker Barrel myself. That's the way things are. I will attempt to give you what I can, and that's been a lifetime of experience and knowledge in martial arts and working in the security bouncing type jobs and dealing with stuff and world travels. I give a lot of that on my DVD, especially now. I pity the fool that doesn't go get my DVD today at 50% off. 4.5 hours. Do you really just look at the people I've trained with, and if I give you any nuggets from them, even if you don't love my online personality, don't you think that that would be worth it? And if that helps you defend yourself, defend your family, de-escalate potential violence, and get your family away or wife away or loved one away, or deal with things with the appropriate level of response, which no one else really covers quite like I do. Or even if you're a little, I'll carry you again. Well, you don't want to use it. Have we not seen that lately, that even if things go the right way, you are dragged through the mud for a very long time, and it's hard to deal with it besides the emotions and everything involved. The very few people that do actually have to use it more than just display it. You want to be able to handle things and retain for your own safety. You want some fighting skills, guys. So please don't be one of them. You want to at least understand awareness and be able to explain it to your family and loved ones and all that. Be able to just say, hey, here's a fence. Drop your foot back. Create distance. Control the distance. Just like a good higher level MMA fighter controls the distance. You want to be able to control the distance and have awareness of what's going on. So please, all I can say is I've been on this planet. I've given you as much as I can in the playlist and in my DVD. Please use them. Please just try to have a little bit of faith. It's hard right now with everything that's gone on to have any kind of faith in humanity. But just know these are the robots at the top, and some that even look like robots more and more, and some that don't age and all that. Those are the sellouts. Most people are still basically good people, and you can try to take care of them when they're not letting everything run amok and they're pushing the violence, they're pushing the divide, they're pushing the separation. Anyway, get in the comments, stay safe, try as best as you can, hang in there, be good, and I'll catch you on the flip side. Thanks, everybody. Happy Thanksgiving.